Fashion TV.
Okay, second day bread and butter here in Berlin. I'm here with Nish Soneji, good friend, and he joined us also for the denim day just before in our panel of the modern retailer. But now we are in front of his little baby, or let's say it's grown up now 3 years or so.
Yes, 3 years.
It's Andy Warhol, which is part of the Pepe jeans group, and it's a special. Can you explain something what the speciality about Andy Warhol collection is?
Well, the speciality about the Andy Warhol collection is it's really simple. It's Andy Warhol.
So simple.
It's so simple. It's taking a modern pop iconic.
Yeah.
It's translating it into a garment format.
Okay.
Of course, we do this with the blessings of the Andy Warhol Foundation.
Right. This is important. I mean, nobody could do it until now. So you're a lucky guy.
Yes, we do consider ourselves very lucky because in the end, a lot of these pieces that you see, a lot of these prints that you see, sell for, well, the last one we saw sell, which wasn't a particularly good print, was at $70 million at Sotheby's in December.
Wow.
So if you think of these as very unique pieces of art, then of course we're not purporting that these are the works of art that Warhol did, but in a way they are, because they're all his original work.
And he was always the one who promoted everybody as an artist.
Completely. I mean, his belief was, actually, his quote was, whatever you can get away with is art.
Exactly.
So, and it's true.
So you just follow the trade.
We follow the trade in the sense that we don't exactly live by that, because of course it's all established and the prints are there and the work is there. But what we can do is bring our understanding of the garment into the work, and to be able to say, well, let's find a new form of art in a subsidiary format to say these beautiful images, these beautiful colors, beautiful forms, and how can we superimpose that on a garment format. And I'm okay. It'd be very presumptuous to say I'm sure he would like it, but I'm quite sure he would like it. You know?
Yeah, and the feeling that everybody gets in wearing stuff from him makes him more into his philosophy that you can feel to be an artist, at least wearing my images and these kind of pictures or drawings, whatever.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely true. I mean, I think you'd be a better judge to say whether he'd like it or not, don't you think? Because you actually worked with him.
Well, that's right. Yes, I mean, definitely. I think, and I met him personally back in the days in the 60s with Hans Meyer in Düsseldorf. So I was very impressed to have that first encounter. But I'm sure about that. Yes, he would love it, to have it spread all over.
I think so too. I mean, we have a very close relationship with the Warhol Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, also working with the other artists who were working with Warhol. Billy Name, Nat Finkelstein. We've actually worked with them directly also to exhibit their collections, to exhibit their other works, mostly in our format in London. But we've not only stuck to Warhol, but we've actually stuck to the authentic feel, the authentic environment, what was going on in the factory at the time.
Yeah, and I think art and fashion, that is a very, very obvious and logical congregation.
Yes, I mean, art, fashion. The great thing about fashion is it takes its influence from everything. Art, of course, being a primary one, music being a primary one. But even, when we talk about camouflage, and we talk about military wear, and we talk about active wear, you see how many influences. We go through a global recession, and shapes get longer, shapes get darker, shapes get thinner. Fashion reflects everything. It reflects almost on a congregational basis, as you say, the emotion of a person.
Right. Okay. So good luck with Andy, and good luck with Pepe as well, because the collection I see is brilliant. I see some pieces which really strikes me. So I think Pepe is on its best way out of the recession.
Yes, I mean, we've been incredibly lucky. We've actually grown through the recession, and we'd like to think it's because of our dedication to not only our product and our proposal, but also to the marketplace. Through the tough times, we always feel that we work as partners. And I know that's a very large cliche, but when you have to live that cliche, which we have done, you see the results of it. You know, we come out of it stronger and with our partners more committed. Okay, Warhol as a collection is actually staying true to the principles of his own methodology around art, which was to use iconic imagery, very accessible imagery, so it wasn't about being very abstract, it was about being quite specific, and this is why we have Elvis, highly recognizable, you have Marilyn, you have Brillo boxes, you have Campbell's, because these were everyday things that people lived with, which is why it was popular art, pop art. And also to be able to use particular techniques that he did. Again, printing primary colors, a lot of screen prints, of course, very famous for that, and repetition printing. So when you look at a piece like this, you know, it's a pretty resounding piece. It's not one you'd forget when you saw it. It's still subtle enough, but using not only the image, but an idea of the repetition print in a slightly different format, you know. You also have, you know, overprinted treatments in terms of print like this. Really lovely shirt, very, very wearable. But again, you know, nodding towards Warhol's own principles about print and style. So many pieces like that, where you would see the iconic element of it, but you also see the primary design elements.
Right. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, thank you very much, Nish.
We love fashion.